This is part two of becoming a trader. After you've made the decision and setting up your business plan, you need to actually set up a spreadsheet or use your QuickBooks or use an Excel system. It's no different than when I was a venture capitalist that you needed a trading revenue plan. So the first thing you start off with is your gross revenue. That's a total trading revenue. And in here you've got to include the variable costs, okay, of commission, slippage, and errors. And bottom line, as you're trading, you've got to figure out how much money you want to make a month. So if you want to make $4,000 a month and you're trading the E-mini, how many days are you going to trade? If you're going to trade 20 days a month, you divide 4,000 by 20 and you get $200. All right? That's $200 a day. Now, how do you make $200 a day? Well, basically, if you trade 2 contracts and make 2 net points a day, outside of all the variable costs of commission, slippage, and errors that you make, you're going to reach a revenue of $4,000 a month. Now, the next thing, that gives you your contribution margin. The next thing you need to do is subtract all your fixed expenses, and then here I would subtract the cost of computers, computer maintenance, software, data charges, your internet connection, put allowances in there for repairs, for replacements, whatever, so you've got a good idea of what your overall expenses are. You need to put in what your equivalent salary would be. Now, if you're already making $8,000 a month, $4,000 a month is obviously not going to make it, but it'll give you an idea of what you really need to do. I always start out figuring out what my expenses are. Now, the other thing you don't get when you're trading for yourself are benefits, vacation, retirement, medical. I throw all those things in there so I know what my real expenses are to be trading, all right? You get your net profit minus taxes. Now, there are a lot of articles in the course about long-term capital gains being 60%, short-term capital gains being 14% with no Social Security taxes. You need to figure out what that's going to be on your bottom line here, because it is a business. Now, you're going to form a business either as a sole proprietor or a subchapter S corporation or an LLC. You need to investigate those various forms of doing business and how you achieve that trader status and getting the mark-to-market area here under net operating profit. And finally, or net operating profit, and finally you get down to your net profit and you see if it's going to be enough to do what you're talking about. I wanted to go back one extra area here, and what you need to do to believe in the system you're trading. You've got to understand your indicators, how and why, what they do. That means hand calculating them if you have to, but really understanding what the indicators do. They basically smooth the price in certain ways. What the signals are in whatever system you're using, whether it's mine or somebody else's. What the setups are. I happen to use 3 signals for a setup, and then you understand how they work. Really understand your money management so you're winning more than you're losing. And the final thing is how to handle probabilistic trading. This is the fear zone. We've talked about it before. There's a lot of other articles in the trading room about it. But, you know, familiarity makes it easier to trade. Driving from home to work, you've done that many, many times. And it's very simple, but you've got different conditions every day. Different sun in your eyes or not. Wet, snow, ice. Kids running in the street, guys running red lights, people running up your tailpipe, all those kinds of things, and you learn to adjust. And you do that by overcoming all those fears with familiarity. I can't pronounce that word. So that you are very familiar with all the conditions that might occur as you're trading. So I hope this helps. Good luck.